Is it? It's so dark here. Where is that machine? Oh, I think it's over here. Okay, let's start working on it real fast. Okay, let's work on it. What was that sound? What was that sound? My flashlight stopped working. What was it? Is there someone? Is there someone? Hello everyone! Let's put some light on this game.
Hi!
Because
there's not much light in Dead by Daylight. Maybe you're wondering if this game is worth playing in 2021. Well, almost 2022. So, we're going to tell you because now you have a chance to get it for free, but more about that later. First of all, Mikhail, what is the genre of this game?
This is quite an interesting game because it's a multiplayer only game, even though there is some single player I'm going to talk about. But this is a 4 versus 1 player, basically kind of a new deathmatch because there are 4 survivors and 1 killer. All of it is...
Sounds unfair for the killer if it's 4 and 1.
All of it is real players, but there's a lot of catches because the 4 survivors do have a third-person view and the killer has first-person view, so it varies a lot. These survivors can work together. They have to turn on 5 machines. The killer will try to kill them, of course, but the killer cannot kill them instantly. He needs to put them on the hook, so there's several mechanics that makes the game more interesting. There's a lot of maps, a lot of different killers, even more with DLCs, and some famous lines like Silent Hill, Resident Evil, Hellraiser, and so on. And this is a real horror, not only because of the theme, but because of the tension, suspension, and the sounds in the game, because the killer can be anywhere and you have some highlighted things, but that's your friends as a survivor or these machines as a killer. So it's very interesting.
Well, I feel like we went from what is the genre through everything you need to know about the game. So that was a long name of the genre. Yeah. But I would say if you're not a fan of horror, there's still room for you in this game to be the killer. And usually you can decide that you want to be the killer. It's not random. So you can say you want to be the killer. And then it's not scary because you are the hunter. Yeah. And almost nothing can hunt you. So it's a different experience. So there's something for everyone. And my problem with most multiplayer games is that people who play it a lot usually have a huge advantage because they have a lot more skills and things like that, a lot more upgrades. Would you say that the more you play this as a survivor, the easier it gets and the more unfair it might be for newcomers?
There is definitely a skill tree for both survivors and killers. That's why each replayability of the map is a little bit different. That's the spice of the game, but I don't think even the level 1 can be like an experienced player. It's about your experience, not about the skills. This is not a pay-to-win game. This is more if you're really good and you have a bad team, you will still die. This is a game of cooperation.
So the whole team has to survive together, or could you have 3 members of your team die and then you survive?
You can survive alone, but then it's really hard because you need to repair these machines and it's almost impossible if you are alone. The hunter will hunt you and kill you.
So do you prefer playing as a survivor or as the killer?
That's probably a survivor because I like the horror style more. I wouldn't say I like to be hunted, but
that would be weird. Me, I would definitely prefer to be the hunter.
Okay.
That would make me feel
perfect game for both of us.
That's absolutely right.
But actually, if you are alone, you can still play this game with bots. Because this game is 6 years old. At the beginning there wasn't much, but now there's a tutorial that lets you learn the game by playing with the bots. So there's kind of single player element, but this is not really a single player game.
Pretty helpful. And before we get to the should you play it section of all of our videos, I started by saying, is this game worth playing in 2021? So you've played a lot more than I have. Do you
Yeah.
think this is still worth playing 5 years, almost 6 years after it was published?
I think so, because the developers still updating the game a lot, and there are these DLCs that makes everything new, because with each DLC there's a new map, new survivors, new killer, and the killers, each one has a different skill. One lays trap, the other one can teleport, next one have a hook. There's a lot of them, like Freddy Krueger, and so they keep updating it, and because of that there's a lot of content, and it really is, the more you try interesting people to find, the more it's fun. It's about the people.
And now you have the chance to try this game for free, because it is completely free to claim on the Epic Game Store for the first week of December 2021. And our channel is all about the free games in the Epic Game Store, so you should be subscribed for more free games. And that brings us to our most important question.
So should you play it?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think now, like 2021, you should still play it. And as Caleb said, if you are afraid of horrors, you can still enjoy it as killer. And it's, as I already said, it's more about the community. If you play it with a friend, that's the best. But it's okay to play with random people. And there is no voice chat. But that's why it's even more tense, because it's dark everywhere. There's a lot of different maps. And yeah, it's fun.
Lots of content.
You're gonna be dying a lot at the beginning, but it's okay. But your teammates might be saving you, so you might still win your very first round.
So on my side, fans of the channel,
So yes.
you're jumping straight to yes. Like usually we do this together at the end, but
Okay.
Well, it was pretty clear from what you said. Yeah. For me, it's going to be more suspenseful, because any fan of this channel knows I am not a fan of horror games. I've said that quite a few times, and this is definitely a horror game.
Yeah.
But what I really appreciate about it is what we've already said, that there is actually room for everyone. And if you just want to be the hunter every time, you can choose to do that, and it's not a scary experience. It's kind of a fun, crazy, pretty violent, but more adventure action experience, and I really enjoyed that. So I feel like it's a horror game that leaves a place for people who don't like horror, and that's pretty unique. So for that alone, I would say that even to my fellows out there who are not big fans of horror games, yes, I think you should give this a try. It's something a bit different, and it allows you to experience the genre without messing up your pants. Which is a big advantage.
Yeah, and this might not be a clear AAA game. It's pretty close, but we're getting quite interesting games now, so that's why you should stay tuned for more games, because every week there's like 2 games right now, and one of it at least is pretty great, so that's why you should stay tuned.
So we will see you in the next video.
See you.
Bye.